Hello there, lovely people. Welcome to the official last lesson of this course. I decided to do a quick course summary to discuss and kind of to revise what we have been talking about in this course. Because you will now go on with your life, and I don't want you to miss any information or anything that you can implement into your daily life and anything that is valuable to you after you've taken this course, because knowledge is only useful if it's used. Useless knowledge is useless, or knowledge that you know but that you don't use is useless. So I really wanted to make this last lesson because I, decided like it's important to keep implementing these things into your daily life, because you will forget them. Once you've read a book or you've watched some very motivational videos, people tend to then shut them out and follow the unwanted program again that is in their minds. I will first tell you what the course values are, which you should always live by. I don't want to make this too complicated. I don't want to make this too long. I want you to just have a very good life, and I want you to feel amazing every single day, because that is one of the biggest goals of this course. So I just am going to write down the core values of this course and share a little bit of my thoughts about it. So the first thing is the most important thing that I want you to take away from this course, and I want you to keep remembering, because this is something that you should have by now, or that you really want to have. It's okay if you don't. It's okay if you could return to all the habits, but this is the most important lesson that I want you to take away from this course. Just write it down. Yes, I will. It is faith, it is trust, and it is core confidence. Those can be seen as the same things, but they really aren't. Faith. First of all, I want you to have utter and the utmost faith in yourself and what you're doing. This is important because in my last lesson, Desire, Pants on Fire, I have told you that having an unwavering amount of faith is really important in order to achieve your dream life. It is something that you will need. Unwavering faith also gives you a desire to go on, to keep going. Faith in self and faith in what you're doing. Without it, you will not get far. Faith is absolutely important. And as again, I don't mean faith in God, but if you have faith in God and that helps you to achieve your dream life, then for all I care, have faith in God, have faith in yourself, have faith in something that keeps you going, because that is what also fuels the desire. First of all, you have that desire, and then you have unwavering faith, which is really, really important. Trust. Trust in self is trust in the universe. I made a whole lesson about it. Having trust in self, having trust in the universe, having this trust that it is going to be all right, this trust, you give away control. You give away your desperation. You surrender to everything. That is what trust does. You give away your anxieties, if you will. That is also one of the most important things that you must take away from this course. Then, core confidence. Core confidence is different than just having confidence. Core confidence means nothing can shake your confidence. Even if you're very unconfident when approaching maybe boys or girls or whatever, and you get rejected a few times, when your core confidence is at a great level, it will not be shaken, it will not be tarnished. When you have core confidence within yourself, you can literally overcome anything. You can overcome yourself, you can do anything, because you're like, if you get rejected, you just know that brings you one step closer to your goal. Rejection is okay. Rejection is a part of life. It's okay, and it doesn't shake your core confidence. Core confidence is really important in order to say, I am here and I'm going to do what I want, and you're going to like it. No, I'm going to do what I want, and I am in my own power, and for that I attract the people and the things that I want in my life, because you deserve it. You deserve everything. It's your birthright. Faith, which comes after desire, trust in yourself, trust in the universe, surrender it, and never let anyone or anything shake your core confidence up, because only you have control over that. And Anything in life that is so-called negative, it will try to shake your core confidence, but it doesn't have to. If you are stable in that energy, nothing outside of you can take that away. Second most valuable lessons of this course: autonomy and freedom. These two are especially important to me. I have always hated anyone who takes away my autonomy, and I think that my biggest pet peeve is when people try to put something onto me or try to put words in my mouth that just take away my right of freedom, if you will. But autonomy and freedom are really, really important things that I want you to take away from this course. If you don't like what someone is saying to you, know that you have the absolute freedom and the absolute right to say something about that and to stand up for yourself. You do not have to take anything from anyone. When you're in a discussion and you don't want to say your opinion because you don't like the way the discussion is going and it's bringing more bad energy than good energy, it's not really productive anymore, you don't have to say anything. You do not have to stoop to their level. You do not have to say something that you know is going to just shake up this entire conversation. It's going to blow up and everyone's going to be mad and pissed, and it isn't good for both of your mental health. Know that you have the freedom to just say, I don't want to give my opinion to you, and this is where the conversation ends. Know that you also have the freedom and the right to do anything that you want and to pursue anything that you want in this life. If you have dreams, know that you have the freedom to do those. Know that you can live an autonomous life and live a life free from the system, or how do you say that in English? Some people think or call it salary slaves, but I don't want to say like it's a bad thing, because if you're a salary slave, if you want to work at a big corporation, that's your dream, by all means you have the freedom and the autonomy to do that. But know that you also have the right to make something of yourself, or to be your own boss and to be self-employed, because I think that a lot of people in my generation want that now. They want just a life free from the 9 to 5 or the 9 to 6. Where I live, I have to work 9 to 6, so I don't know where the 9 to 5 is coming from, but I have to work 9 to 6. But know that you have the freedom and the right to do any of those things, and you can undertake anything, you can be anything, because you have that faith and a trust, and you have that core confidence that's not shaken, So, these are really, really important things: freedom and autonomy. And I want you to feel as free and autonomous as you can. And another really big one that I should include in this thing is written beautifully. It's independence. Know that you can be independent. Know that you can be autonomous, and you can live free. Wow, such good points. No, but know that you are entitled to your independence, and that just because you might not feel independent now, it doesn't mean that will forever be your life. Have faith in yourself that the situation around you will change if you change yourself, which is also my next point. Focus on self and be rightly selfish. Focus only on yourself. You do not need to change anything or anyone in your life in order to improve your situation. It is the hardest thing that you will ever do. It is the most unnatural thing that you will ever do, because we live in a world where it is encouraged to focus on the things outside of us in order to change the things in our lives. But it is not productive. The most successful people have self-studied. A lot of successful people haven't even finished their schools. They have maintained their self-education. They've read books about mental health and self-improvement and stuff, and that will really give you this advantage that other people are not focusing on. Make an effort and make it a priority to really work on yourself, and to keep always learning, and to watch videos and to watch this course a million times if you would want to. Keep repeating and keep reminding yourself that in order to have a better life, you need to always be changing yourself. You don't need to be waking up at 5 a.m. and running and doing everything you have to compile in the morning, and then that's not what I mean. And I don't mean the get ready with me, the wake up at 5 a.m. That's not what I mean by being, by self-improvement. That's kind of like toxic self-improvement almost, which you can fall victim to, because I have fallen victim to that. But that's a whole other video. But Keep learning, keep changing, make it a sport almost, to really get to know yourself and to know what your obstacles are, or recognizing that you can do better because you want better. And focusing on self is kind of like the easiest thing that you can do. Just like in my lesson, help yourself first. And I said in that lesson that it's the hardest thing that you do, but it's also the easiest thing because you literally do not have to do anything else. So isn't that nice? So take away that the weight of having to improve the world and feeling guilty about everything in the world, because social media and the news and stuff, it can make you feel guilty about the state of the world. But know that if you had the power, I mean, if I talk to anyone now, I don't know your name, but I can already assume that you are nice people. And if you could just, I don't know, do this and all of the wars and all of the pollution was gone, I mean, we all would, wouldn't we? It doesn't mean that you're a bad person if you're focusing on yourself and you are rightly selfish. Like, I'm not saying that you are narcissistic or egotistical. Those are really different things from just knowing what you want and feeling empowered by that, and focusing on yourself, and maybe deciding to not watch the news tonight because it is full of negativity. So focusing on yourself will also make you more positive and make you more optimistic about the outlook in life, which is also really important, and is also my next point. Focus on the positive and the law of attraction. I want you to keep reminding that what you think about, you get. So if you hate your job right now and you're focusing on all of the negative things about that job, you will attract more of the negative things about your job. Abraham Hicks puts it in a beautiful way that you cannot get to a place where you want if you don't like the place where you're at. And you can make it sound really difficult and make it harder than it needs to be, but it just basically means you get what you think about, because you put energy in what you think about, and thoughts create things, and the energy behind the thoughts are feelings which create things. So it doesn't discriminate between, oh, you don't like this, so we know that you don't like this, so you will not get this. No, universe is like, oh, you don't like this, but you're focusing on it, so we'll just keep giving you more of what you are focusing on. Not because they know you don't like it, but you're just focusing on it, so you get more from it. Like, it's really easy. So if you focus on the positive, even if you don't like your job right now, you keep focusing on the positive aspects, your inner being knows where you stand to every topic in life. It knows what you want. It knows what you have put into the vortex. Very spewing Abraham Hicks terms over here. She has come up with all of these. But when you really start focusing on the positive, the universe will bring you what you want. It doesn't mean that you will stay in your job forever. If you become really positive right now, and you say to yourself right now, I will be a happy person for the rest of my life, and you really put effort into that, and you really remember all of these things, you will get anything in your life, and it can go as fast as like in 2 weeks, That's also what Abraham Hicks said. It's not my calculations, but I mean, it's an all-knowing being, so I will trust it, If you just keep focusing on the positive, the universe will yield to you whatever you want. You will not be stuck in your job because they know, oh, you are focusing on the positive, so here's more of what you like, here's more of what you like, and your life will become so much easier when you do. I will just put the word ego there. Why have I put the word ego there? No, I will put more. Another really important thing to remember is that you have an egoic mind, and you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are not you. Thoughts are a separate entity which are maybe a part of this world, and you have been identifying with it, and you have been learned to focus on the, because most people always are, you've been identifying with the ego or the thought patterns, the subconscious mind, and you are thinking now that that is you. That is not you. You are a pure positive light being who has come to experience on this earth, and you are meant to feel great, because feeling good feels good and feeling bad feels bad. It is not the I think, therefore I am. It's more of the I think, therefore I am also, I guess. I think, therefore I feel bad. I think that's a better description than I think and therefore I am also. Just become quiet. if you don't know what to do. Become quiet. If you're overloaded with your thoughts and if they are really attacking you, because as I said, you are separate from them, try to just become quiet. Focus on your body. Have the inner body awareness, which Eckhart Tolle really describes beautifully. Focus on things that are outside yourself, like a sound or your chair. Really take yourself away from the thought momentum and realize that it stops, and that when you actually are just quiet, there is nothing to worry about. And all suffering is self-made suffering, and you do not have to suffer. Now, almost the main goal of this course, intuition and feelings. They also correlate a bit with the faith and the trust and the core confidence. But this goes a little bit more deeper than that. This is kind of more spiritual than that. Is I want you to really start recognizing what your intuition feels like. Sometimes it will come to you as a voice, as something you will literally hear. Sometimes it's just a feeling that will appear. But once you go down this road of self-improving, your thoughts will be moving. No, but you will recognize the you will start recognizing the intuition more, and you will come in touch with your intuition more. You will realize that the intuition and your higher self, that those things are actually the true you, because as I said in the last point, you are meant to feel good. That's why feeling good, feeling bad feels bad. You are meant to feel good. Now, you will have roadblocks in the way, you will have obstacles in life, because you're not going to be a perfect thinker almost right away. You know, most people, they go back into old habits and old thought patterns, and that's perfectly okay. Just keep reminding yourself, but you will start to recognize this feeling more. As I described in the Infinite Intelligence lesson, I couldn't really describe how intuition would feel, but it was almost like this pure state of being, and you're really like, you feel just pure and open, and the things that had previously maybe annoyed you don't annoy you so much anymore, and you're kind of free from all of that ruckus and that noise in your mind that really doesn't do anything for you, and it doesn't need to be solved. You know, when people say, well, I have to solve this problem and I have to really think about things in order to come to a solution, it really doesn't. If you have any situation, maybe you are in a fight with a friend, and you make an effort to really become quiet all of the time and to meditate and to really not put your attention on the negative of the fight, the answer and how to solve it will really come naturally to you, and it will come at a moment where you will least expect it. And you are not worried about you have to say something to your friend right now, or he or she will not like it. You just don't worry about things like that when you are really connected to source energy, you know, the source where we all came from. So you don't really need to worry about that. And you will, as I said, start recognizing this feeling more and more, and it will feel amazing and like you're empowered. And as I said, have faith in yourself and stuff, and you're just doing what you want to do, and you're living your best life. For the 7th point, this is also the most important thing that should be taken away from this course, and anything new that you learn in your life, anything new that is positive, and that is to keep realizing and keep repeating. Now, I made a point of this in my last lesson, the Desire Pants on Fire, that auto-suggesting is a really good tool and a really good way in order to keep reminding your mind about the new habits and the new thought patterns that you want to have. Because even though we have the egoic mind, the egoic mind can be used as a great tool. When you have good habits in place, you get a good life because your mind knows those good habits. So for that, it is, even if it's just a part of this world or part of being a physical being, it is a tool that can be used in order to get things in your life, in order to improve yourself in your life. So the quote, which I'm always butchering because I don't know the exact words, but the mind is a horrible servant, but the mind is a horrible master, but a great servant. Just think about that the next time you are like, well, why do we have the ego and this and that? It's just a great tool to have and to learn things, you know? Also, keep repeating those things. Keep auto-suggesting to yourself. You're just like a computer. The egoic mind is like a computer, and you will still have it once you're here. You will find more moments of peace and serenity than you have ever found before. But for the first part of your journey after this course and after anything that you learn, you will still identify some of yourself with the egoic mind. But also know that you can have awareness without it. And know that it's just a great tool. But you have to learn it, and you have to really kind of, sometimes kind of, I guess, hit it. I don't know. So those were all of the lessons, including the summary of this course. As I said before, I truly hoped that this helped you and it put you into the right direction of your life. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for purchasing it. And I'm so glad that you trusted me enough in order to teach you something. Ugh, I hate how that sounds, but in order to help me teach you yourself, I guess. Know that you can also send me an email whenever you want. You will always have access to this course. And I hope to maybe one day meet you and you can tell me how you're doing and how your life is going. And I don't know, we could talk together. I have this whole website to explore, and I just hope that you have a really good and nice life, and that you feel positive all the time, and that you are realizing your dreams. And I truly hope that you have faith in yourself and you have found some of that light again, or some of that fire that was always within you. I truly, truly hope that. Again, thank you so much for purchasing my course. Just thank you so much. Goodbye.